Hello and welcome from St. Louis Park. I'm Bruce Over along with Phil Furk, and tonight it's the St. Louis Park Orioles taking on the East Ridge Raptors. Another season of basketball. We're just underway here at St. Louis Park. At the free throw line, number 20 is Sid Tomes. And he hits a pair. Phil, pleasure to be with you. Another year of basketball here, and tough competition for St. Louis Park as they face a team, as we just saw, that has a lot of height. East Ridge and number 55, Freddie Gillespie with the block. So for East Ridge, they come out with Sid Tomes, Colin Mazguy, Bobby Remke, Bobby Franks, and Frank Gillespie. And for the St. Louis Park Orioles, it's Wesley Johnson, Nicholas Joes, Ray Whitlock, Jason Keller, and Ryan Domris. Three from outside the arc, not good. The rebound was taken down. Put back is good.
Something Park is going to have to be well aware of. Not only does East Ridge have a great inside game with big height, big tall players, but they also are a good shooting, three-point shooting team.
Drive to the basket.
And I might add a shot blocking team.
East Ridge comes into the game 1-1. They're only loss against Shakopee. For St. Louis Park, they are 2-1 on the season. And Ray Whitlock. So far to start the season, Ray looks to be like one of the leaders for the Orioles. He's done an outstanding job, and as he missed the second free throw, but really improved. And I think he's played a lot of basketball in the offseason, Phil, is what Coach was saying.
Well, that's where these players have to get good now in today's game. It's just a year-round game. They have to play all summer against good competition. And the Park is starting to get some poise.
What a big block by Ryan. Domris, the sophomore, back out. And it's up top with Wesley Johnson.
Domris did a really nice job getting that ball out of there, give him some big, tall competition.
Chose in and out. And foul's going to be called on the Orioles. Orioles can't afford to have Domris in foul trouble.
Domris is a sophomore. He's a pretty strong-looking kid. He's got a nice jumping ability, good size, nice strength.
Yeah, you know, and again, 6'4", going up against 6'9" is pretty tough. So now they bring in their other 6'5" player, Aaron Zhang.
Park just went into a 2-3 zone now, I suppose, trying to keep the ball from getting into the post player.
And the rebound went to number 21, Nicholas Chose. Nice drive by Chose.
Chose did a really nice job coming across the lane and opened up. He saw the opening and took it right to the basket. Nice play.
St. Louis Park with the steal, 2-on-1 break. And the pass and the finish by Chose.
Joe started that by getting in, anticipating the pass, doing a nice job flicking it out. They went out 2-on-1, textbook play.
Now the Orioles and Raptors are knotted at 5, and the foul is called on the Orioles.
Park is switching up a little bit with this man-to-man now. Now they're back to, they were in a zone, now they're back to man-to-man. Trying to confuse East Ridge.
So Wesley Johnson with the foul. He gets replaced by Michael Howard. Interesting, Coach Breitenbucher, as soon as the players have picked up a foul, he's taking them out. So Domris was picked up his foul when he went out. And filling it right now is Nicholas Chose. He's got his 6th point of the game. There's Combs trying to penetrate in. Mazguy, right side of the arc. Back up top, this is Tomes.
Yeah, you're right, Bruce. Park can't afford to get in trouble, foul trouble, and that's why the coach is taking them out early in the game.
Good job for the Orioles getting the rebound, and Whitlock is fouled by Gillespie. Maybe a little frustration by Gillespie at that time.
Well, Gillespie at 6'9" is a real tall player on the inside, and Park is doing a nice job blocking him off the boards.
Number 33, Tom Kelsenberg, now in the game for Eastridge. And the 3 by Whitlock. Orioles with a 5-point lead, 10-5 in the early going. Tomes off in the corner. Orioles defense is doing a good job.
Very active. One thing they're trying to do is to front the low post when their player cuts to the basket. Park players are not allowing right now that ball to go inside. Eastview has kind of shrunk down a little bit with their 6'9" player out of the lineup.
Keller picks up the foul for the Orioles. That's their 4th team foul. Ball in and out. The rebound taken down nicely by Kelsenberg.
That was a thing where Park had 2 players on the ball, and all they really had to do was hold their ground, hands straight up, not try to jump. As soon as they jumped, they fell back into the offensive player, and that's something that they have to really work at. Stay on your feet.
Michael Howard picked up the foul, sent Thomas to the line. Combs gets the free throw. And now Domris will come back into the game. He replaces Zhang. Too hard on the shot, nice rebound. Going back in to Chose.
Well, Chose is really aggressive going to the basket. That left-handed is really good. It's kind of fun to watch Park play defense. If you just watch their feet, they're all moving. No one is standing at all.
That time they got inside the zone, and Bobby Franks with the basket. So 12-8, Orioles up by 4. Howard. Here's Chose. Whitlock has Keller cutting across the lane. Now back up top. Inside for Domris. And deflected out of bounds. It'll be St. Louis Park basketball. Good hustle by Bobby Franks that time. And we're going to get another substitution for Eastridge.
Park had the right idea on that. They had the pass to go inside, except it was a little bit low. Post players got to establish that position, show the hand where you want that pass to go.
Kyle Junker, a 6'9" junior, comes into the game now for Eastridge. Domris.
Park is getting a lot of inside shots tonight. They're not afraid to take to the basket.
Tomes shot won't go. Nice rebound. And it's put in by Kelsenberg.
It was a nice play.
Still 11 minutes to go here in the first half. 12-10 St. Louis Park. Ball deflected out of bounds, so it'll be St. Louis Park's basketball. St. Louis Park going deep on the bench as Jack Lynch comes into the game.
And last time Park had the ball, that would have been really nice backdoor play.
So far, 8 players in the lineup for St. Louis Park in this first half.
Park is doing a nice job with their spacing on the floor, taking a little time off the clock, seeing open players. This is what coaches like, 7, 8, 9, 10 passes. The defense will break down eventually and Park will get a good shot.
Shows kept it alive. Wesley Johnson. Now Whitlock will take a second shot that doesn't go. So Whitlock with a few misses. And Mazguy finishing off the basket on the other end, and it's now 12-12. Johnson tries to get it into Domris. That shot was blocked.
Park is going to have a little trouble getting the ball inside against the size of Eastridge.
Jack Lynch picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
You see what Park goes to now. If they stay in that zone or go back to man-to-man, looks like they're staying in the zone. Good strategy by Coach Breitenbucher. Change up the defense, just make the offense think a little bit.
Nice 3 by Tomes. 9 points in the game for Tomes. Chose. And really, that's the guy that the Orioles need to work plays off of, because Chose has a hot hand. 10 points, Phil, so
Chose
far.
not only has a nice jump shot, he goes to the basket. He's a nice player.
Fans want to travel there. Kelsenberg pass across. This is Tomes. It's another 3. 12 in the game. Third 3 for Tomes.
He's ever guarding Tomes now. They have to keep the ball out of his hand. He's ever guarding, just deny him the ball all the time.
Whitlock has missed his last 3 shots. Bit of a run here for Eastridge as they work the ball around the perimeter, and back up top is Tomes.
Park's got to be a little careful here now. Picking up a lot of cheap balls away from the basket.
6th foul against St. Louis Park. Only 2 fouls committed against Eastridge. Gillespie comes back into the game. And Tomes misses the front end of the 1-1. Chose missed. You can see the height on the rebound by Gillespie. Tomes and carries the ball that time, so Orioles will get the ball on the turnover.
I don't think we saw that call all last year, somebody carrying the ball. Maybe it's a point of emphasis right now. The Park's only down 4, but this is a good possession for them. They've got to take care of the ball. Again, pass the ball like they were doing earlier, keep the floor spread. When they attacked the basket, they did well.
Well, the pass across the Domris was deflected. Here comes Eastridge. And Tomes has a hot hand. And St. Louis Park is going to take a timeout. 14 points for Tomes.
Yeah, he showed us a nice little jump shot right now. He's a three-point shooter, you can tell. But again, who's ever guarding him, their main job is to keep the ball out of his hands. Right now, he's got the hot hand.
Well, I think for Eastridge, too, they're looking at Nicholas Chose right now as a hot hand for St. Louis Park. So that's the player that they sort of try and stop. But Eastridge, you can see that height starting to, the St. Louis Park puts up their shots. It's one and done, and they've had a few blocks inside, too. They've had to alter their shots.
Right.
And
that's why, Bruce, that's why Park has to keep moving the basket, make that defense go slide from side to side, and then penetrate and kick back out to get that open shot. Right now they're taking it in deep, maybe too deep into the basket and getting the shot blocked. Park has gone quite a while now without scoring a free throw or a basket. 6-point game, 14-21, 14 to 20. Eastridge, I'm sorry.
We don't have it here because we don't have a statistician, but I believe that Eastridge has outscored St. Louis Park 10-0 in they scored the last 10 points. I think Park was up maybe 14-10 at one point. So. There's again where you get the big guy Gillespie in the middle, and they had Whitlock had to work the shot around him.
That's exactly right. That's what I was saying before. He got in a little too deep. Had he been able to pull up with a jump stop, kick the ball back out.
There they go. And blocked again. Quick hands by Eastridge. Tomes.
Well, with Eastridge size, it's really, really difficult to get that ball into the paint area and then get a shot off.
Well, and they're not getting rebounds right now
One
either.
shot and out right now.
It's the guy that Eastridge wants to have the shot. Good movement by Eastridge to get the shot they wanted.
Well, Park has really struggled here the last 4 or 5 times down the floor on offense, either taking an ill-advised shot, getting in too deep, and not rebounding, offensive rebounding.
Was there any adjustment made by Eastridge? Because it seemed like St. Louis Park at the beginning of the game was they were getting those shots. They're getting some better looking shots than what they are right now.
Well, there again, I mentioned before, Park is they're penetrating the ball awfully deep against those big players, and once they get in there, they really don't have any options. So that's killing them right now. I still think they have to reverse the ball, and if they're going to drive the ball, drive it from the weak side, and then get a player back behind so you can always kick back to get a jump shot. In other words, fake inside, kick back out. Right now, Park is trying to go against their strength.
Right.
It's not working. Always it looks a little easier when you're on the sidelines. When you're on the floor, it's another ball game.
It's that frustration when you haven't gone a while. You need that one basket to get back in the flow again.
Like you say, Park has been stuck on 14 for quite a while.
Again, they got in pretty deep.
That's the time, right, Coach? Jump stop, make the fake, and that big guy, 55, if he goes up, fine, go right into him, get the foul. That was a good play.
So that's his second foul.
Park is able to, to actually defeat or beat their first defensive player. It's just when they get into the paint and have to face the big players, that's where they're having trouble.
Well, he got off that 14 number here, Phil.
Good.
Six points in the game for Whitlock, 8-point East Ridge lead.
Park's back in that zone.
Well, and Tomes is out of the game right now for East Ridge, the leading scorer. Actually, it's not. That was Tomes.
He's still there.
I didn't see him there, but they were able to find him.
I don't know if he's missed a three-point attempt yet.
No. 19 points in the first half for Tomes.
Well, Gillespie really is a big player inside. It's hard to get a shot off, hard to go around him.
So with the score 27-16, the Raptors get out to Tomes again. Nice pass inside.
That
And
was a great pass inside. That was a bullet. Tomes is a senior.
Dahmer's picking up his second foul. Howard comes into the game replacing Dahmer. Pair of missed free throws, but they batted the ball right in the hands of the Raptors. And now Tomes inside, trying to get it to Gillespie. Back out, here's Tomes with a very rare miss.
Yeah, Tomes is human, we know that. Wes Johnson, though, even though they're playing a zone, should know where Tomes is at all times. Wes kind of lost track of him, went down deep inside. They kicked the ball back out. Tomes got a pretty good look at another three-pointer.
Johnson looking for his first points of the game. Back up, out to Keller.
That was a nice play by Johnson. Going into the free throw line, no deeper than that. Found an open player, good play.
First 3 points of the game for Keller. In and out, and the rebound by Zhang. Travel.
It was too bad. Howard had a good idea. He had a nice space, ran into an open player, got a good shot off.
Eight-point Raptor lead.
You know where Tomes is at all times.
And a charge. Foul against Gillespie. And he'll take a seat on the bench.
That was a nice job by Jason Keller. He never left his feet. He held his ground, stood there, and took the charge. Nice play.
I say it's only 2 on Gillespie. banker by Howard.
Howard's brought a little spark into this offense right now. It's nice to see that. Park is back in that zone. Where's Tomes?
Orioles cut the lead down to 6. 2:40 to go here in the first half. Eastridge with the basketball. Working around the perimeter. Combs, shot doesn't go. Chose lost the ball. He had the rebound, and you can see the quick hands. And that ball off the sideline.
Howard made that happen. He stayed with it. Nice hustle. Howard's added this little extra spark that they've been missing here for a little while. We'll see what happens on this possession, but he adds a little bit of quickness out here that Park was lacking.
Penetrating and drawing the foul is Wesley Johnson, so he'll go to the free throw line. Only the 5th team foul.
Well, Park can make a little run here and make this, 3-4 point ball game at half.
Good job by Keller when he was in there, and now Whitlock comes back into the game. In and out. Zhang fighting for the rebound. Kept it alive. St. Louis Park will have the basketball.
Well, Park players aren't slowing down one bit. They're really aggressive, gutsy players. It's fun to watch them.
Inside of Zhang, just couldn't get it to go.
That was a well drawn up play.
Good job by the Orioles denying the pass inside.
You can see the defense being picked up by Park right now, and the defense is sort of leading to offense, really. There again, Park had a player, number 5, standing on the outside on the 3-point line. Once those players are inside, they've got to see what's behind them.
Orioles trail by 5. 1:45 to go here in the first half.
No reason to rush it right now.
Well, Whitlock was left open, and
well, he expected to see a big hand in his face, and it wasn't there. That's what happened. And then, of course, he was a little off balance. Too bad Park couldn't have converted on that last series, because that would have brought that ball game.
Zhang picked up the
Three-point
foul.
game, yep.
Yep. Kyle Junker hitting the free throw. 9th team foul on St. Louis Park, so one more foul, and Eastridge will get 2 shots. Minute 32 still remains here in the first half. 6-point Raptor lead. And a pair of free throws by the big guy. Howard spin move to the basket, draws the foul. So I think, I agree with you that Howard's come into the game and supplied some energy there. Second free throw missed. Big rebound.
Well, Junker at 6'9" just controlled that board. He was right up there on the rim. Oh,
Yeah.
the big time block. The Park's not afraid to go inside. They're going after him.
Three-point for Whitlock. Well, the Raptors not holding it for the last shot, so they're putting up some ugly ones, but there they finally converted.
Well, that Junker, I'll tell you, he is a real animal inside.
A little too early to take that shot, I think. So you got to take that. Can't give the Raptors another chance.
Well, there again, players have to know what the time scored situation is all the time. Talk to each other. But they'll learn from this as time goes on. This will come back later in the season. They'll know how to handle it to get that last second shot.
So Phil, we saw St. Louis Park start off strong, pass the ball a lot. Then they went through that lull. And then they seemed to be playing a little more even basketball towards the end here.
Well, they were. And I think, first of all, you have to give Eastridge credit because they are rebounding that offensive board really hard. They're getting second and third shots. Park on the other end, again, they're taking it awfully deep. Now, if they could collect some fouls on that, but that's not really happening either. They really have to look to kick the ball back to an open player.
So we're through one half of play here from St. Louis Park. Our score, Eastridge 33, St. Louis Park 26. Stay with us. We'll have more basketball coming up shortly.
Introducing a breakthrough in time management technology. A whole new day of the week. It's called Someday. Ingenious. Perhaps someday you are going to go skydiving. Enter a hot dog eating contest. Maybe ride a mechanical bull. Now it's on the calendar. You may want to retire someday. Ready for that? You'll really want this. A My Social Security account at socialsecurity.gov. You can estimate your future benefits, plan for your retirement, and how to save for it. If you already receive benefits, you can manage them online. Millions of people already have a My Social Security account. In fact, someone opens one about every 6 seconds. Get yours today, because someday is here at socialsecurity.gov.
Bruce Homer along with Phil Ferk, 33-26. We get ready now to start the second half. St. Louis Park will have the basketball here to start our second half.
Well, we'll see what the coaches have for a little, oh boy, little strategy for the second half. They change anything or not.
Whereas leading scorer in the game is Chose with 10 points. Next closest is Whitlock with 9. Tome's the leading scorer in the ball game. He has 19 points, 4 3-pointers. Good rebound inside and a foul called against the Raptors.
Park had 3 guys inside that time. That was a nice rebounding by committee, actually.
Yep, Zeller was the one who came down with it. And the foul is Frank's, and that's his 3rd foul. And we'll get another quick foul, this one on Colin Mascon. Well, in the first half, we saw St. Louis Park picking up more fouls. So, and Domris, third foul. We thought that one went the other way, but Domris had picked it up, and it's one foul apiece. Driving in, off too hard was Whitlock. And closing on the other end was Remke with his first 2 points of the game. Well, again, there you see the Orioles taking it in against the Towers, and you really can't do it. Yeah.
Going against the strength right now is tough. Nice save by Johnson, though.
Orioles seem to be moving more in the first half. Running shot by Wesley Johnson.
Probably the toughest shot in basketball is that little teardrop shot. It was a nice play by Johnson. He didn't allow that big player to block that shot.
Yeah, that time a tough foul because really weren't going to stop the shot by Gillespie as he got inside.
No, there wasn't. Once they get that ball in deep like that to those big guys, it's all over.
Foul is on Chose. So the Raptors with a chance to go back up by 10 points here. That time Johnson
West
trying
had
to
the
fling
right
it across
idea,
the
but when they
Zang,
throw that ball 100 miles an hour, that's a tough one to catch. I don't care who you are.
Chose with the rebound. He's able to get out wide open up top. Almost a travel that time. Zang has the block.
Oh,
And now, that's a little tough shot.
who got that? I didn't see it.
Zang,
That was a pretty little
a
shot.
little rainbow hook shot
Well,
there.
Park has missed several layups tonight, really. Well, Park is back in that 2-3 zone, but they all still have to locate their players. Where Holmes is right there.
And the Orioles will come away with the basketball, trailing by 8.
Even in that zone, you want to know where Holmes is. He's got the hot hand. You don't want to get too far away from him if he's in your area.
This is Chose. Johnson drives in and draws the foul.
Well, Johnson's got a lot of courage driving that ball deep like that.
Third foul against Gillespie. So we'll see Junker come back in. Junker actually did well when he was in the last time.
Did excellent. In fact, he picked the pace up a little bit. Park just needs to get a couple stops now. They'll be right back in this ball game. 7-point lead is not anything in today's game.
Pair of free throws by Johnson gives them 5 in the game. 6-point lead. In and up by Tomes. And the save comes to the Orioles. Keller. Orioles with a chance to cut it to 4.
Once again, right now, Park can just kind of keep their composure, take care of the basketball.
Yep, traveling by Chose.
Coach Breitenbucher's doing a nice job switching up on his defenses from man-to-man, 2-3. We haven't really seen any full court pressure tonight by either team.
Man, Junker.
Once they get the ball deep like that, it's just about impossible to stop this team.
8 in the game for Junker. That was not a good pass across. Orioles can't afford those kind of turnovers, though.
He's kicking himself right now, but he's got to learn. This will be a good learning experience for him.
A good defense by the Orioles that time on Junker. And the 3 by Chose. It's been a while for Nicholas.
Yes, it has. Yeah, he was a little kind of unsure what he should do, and then he decided at the last second to put it up.
Didn't look like he fully squared his body to the basket on that one, but he was able to get it to go.
Oh boy. That was a tough pass again. When you're that close, you can't run in towards a player and throw the ball 100 miles an hour. You give them a soft, catchable ball and put the ball where they can shoot it.
Foul called on Jason Keller. That's his second foul. 13 foul for St. Louis Park.
Junker's still kind of rubbing his face there. He got hit pretty hard.
Good looking shot that time by Bobby Remke.
Well, they're nice and patient, got a nice triangle against that zone. There's a nice little short corner shot. That's what Park can do. They can shoot that 10-foot jumper. They don't always have to go right in against the strength.
For Davros' first 2 points of the game. And again, Remke.
Remke's killing him right now. That little shot.
Too fancy that time, resulting in a basket by Remke again.
Park was doing a nice job, controlling the ball, making good passes, and then kind of decided to go inside. Got tangled up.
So back to a 9-point game. We'll have a timeout on the floor. Upcoming game for St. Louis Park will be against Hastings on December 6th.
Those little guards think they can pass like Rubio.
December 9th, St. Louis Park will play Breck. I believe we'll be covering that game. Eastridge beating Minneapolis Southwest in their first game 78-55. And their loss to Shakopee, a really tough Shakopee team, 59. St. Louis Park beating Irondale 68-60. Losing to the Roseville area schools 80-40, and then coming back to beat Blake 71-40. Nice move by Cho.
No, he did that earlier in the game and got a couple of nice baskets. I like when he goes with a beautiful left hand. There's 2 calls tonight, palming the ball. Again, more than we've seen in the last couple of years, really.
Michael Howard, who did a good job giving the Orioles some energy in the first half, comes back into the game. He replaces Wesley Johnson. Johnson leaves the game with 5 points. Orioles trailing by 7, 46-39. This is Howard. Takes it all the way in.
Well, Howard came in the first half and added that little extra spark, and he's doing it again right now. He's a fun little player to watch.
And there was a case where he didn't take it too far in.
No, he did not. Stamras,
I think, going to be number 4.
It's a tough foul to call, you know, when they get 2 big post players locking up with each other and they hook arms. You know, that can go either way.
Combs had 19 in the first half, has yet to score here in the second. Frank scoring his 6th in the game.
And that's that weakness of that 2-3 zone, going right back to the middle.
Chose along 3, short. Combs comes back down, and it's the layup.
I think he said, I haven't scored the second half, so I'm going to take care of business right now. He did.
Oh, nice pass. And a foul.
Junkers had first block shot, then he rebounded, got the second shot, blocked that, and also fouled. He's a very active player and can jump. Good, nice jumping ability.
Yeah, Junker picks up the foul, his first, and Gillespie getting ready to check back into the game.
Park just can't quite seem to close the gap. Because they get just within 5-6 points and they need that next stop or the next basket. It hasn't happened, but hopefully it'll turn around. Well, with 7-point differential at the half, and we're still riding at 7 points, so it's an even ball game, second half.
There's Holmes, and he gets pushed by Whitlock. So Whitlock picks up his first foul of the game. That's his second foul. You can see Tomes wanting to get more involved here. So.
Well, he's attacking the basket, something he didn't do in the first half.
Zahn picking up the foul. That's his second foul. Remke back into the game for the Raptors, and now Wesley Johnson comes back in for the Orioles. Sure, Coach Eastridge not happy about that over the back foul. That's number 4 on Gillespie.
He was only in there a very short time. Another big possession for Park right now. If they can control it, get a basket down here, close the game up a little bit.
Over and back against the Orioles.
Big turnover by Park.
Paul Virgin, the head coach of East Ridge. St. Louis Park's Dave Breitenbucher. Orioles take another timeout here. I think they have to be running low on timeouts, but crucial part of the game, so probably a good call here for Coach Breitenbucher. As Orioles trail by 8. Seem to have gotten it down to 6, but they can't get it beyond the 6 mark.
Well, the Orioles are working hard, but sometimes they're their worst enemies, trying to maybe go a little too fast. As a result, they've had some bad passes, just not quite ready, or taking them too deep into the bat, into the lane. So this is a ball game. I'm sure they can build on it.
So for East Ridge now, number 23, Colin Mazguy. And Orioles with the steal. Jump shot, good by Keller.
Keller was just absolutely perfect that time. He came across, got an open shot. Number 5, Howard set it up. They work well together.
Here's the spot. The Orioles get down to 6. See if they can get it back to 4. Yeah, it seems like 6 has been the number they haven't been able to break. And Tomes in and out, rebound, back up top. Back shot did not go. That one was by Mazguy. And now the Orioles with a chance to go to 4.
Set the offense now, Park.
Well, it's a tough shot, but again, good move by Michael Howard, able to get that shot without having it blocked and getting the foul on Junker.
Yeah, just that little head and shoulder fake got Junker up in the air. Nice play.
They call the foul on Tomes, and that's his second. Six points in the game. It's one of the first times we haven't seen a big guy in the lineup.
That's right. Although it's 6'4".
Take Junker out, right. They lose 5 inches, but Bobby Franks has done a good job in there. Second free throw miss. So we're at 5 points right now. Mazguy for Tomes, guarded by Howard.
You can sort of see in Tomes' eyes right now, like, I want that basketball. That was bad. The coach is saying we don't have to fall, 20 feet out from the basket.
Right now, again, East Ridge is in the bonus, so. Front end of the 1-on-1 miss. Rebound by the Orioles. Chance to cut it to a 1-possession game. That's where Wesley Johnson penetrates in and tried to pass it off. You almost like to see him pull back and just put the shot up.
He's done that at least 3 times tonight. There's usually a hand in the lane, and he kind of gets in no man's land where he picks up the ball and takes that step, and he's got nowhere to go but to pass it.
Traveling called on the Orioles. Well, it's Tomes. He has his 5th three-pointer of the game.
He was in a little drought, but right now is the time to make those long shots.
He's up to 25 points. They're elected to bring Domris in with 4 fouls, and he's going to go to the free throw line.
Probably was a good possession from Park this last time. They kept the ball alive, kept moving players, and then they finally get the shot that they want.
Misses a free throw. Ryan with only 2 points in this game. It's been tough being in foul trouble. He hasn't played all that much, and when he is in, he's going against some 6'9" players.
Right. Well, right now it's a pretty size-wise. Both teams are about even.
It was good penetration. The ball off of looked like it's off Whitlock's hand, but
I think Park might have gotten a break on that. Paul Virgin, the coach, doesn't agree. Oh boy, that's about
what
as
is the
close.
run over and back there? Domris misses a turnaround jumper. Here's Tomes in the corner. And the 3 put up and in by Mazguy.
Park just gets within 7, and then all of a sudden Eastview gets a 3-pointer.
Yeah, they had it down to 5 at one point there. Phil just couldn't. Had a couple possessions to make it a 1 possession game, but again, you can see Eastridge can score in a hurry. At this point, to me, it looks like St. Louis Park having to work a little bit harder for the basket.
They've had to work harder the whole night, actually.
Right.
They've been, and give that credit to Park. They haven't quit. They haven't slowed down. They're working hard. Early in the season, these are games that you learn to play, and as the season goes, you build on this kind of a game. Because we're going to see a lot more competition just like this as the season goes.
Nicholas Chose leads the Orioles with 15 points. Whitlock's been quiet here in the second half. He has 9 points.
Well, I think the spark plug for Park right now has been Howard. Number 5, he's come in and done a really nice job. Well, Park down 10 with about 6 minutes to go. We'll see what happens here the last 6 minutes. Oh boy.
Whitlock, that's a tough shot.
That was one of those night crawlers. There was a good spin on the ball. I'd like to see Park right now maybe put a little full court press on after a made basket, just as a little element of surprise. See what happens.
back call on Remke.
Now, right now, at this stage of the game, after a made free throw, I think that would be a pretty good strategy if they can just surprise, get right after him full court, and see what happens. 'Cause I wouldn't think East Ridge at this stage would be expecting that to happen. But I guess you have to make the free throw first.
Yep. Knocked out of bounds, fouled. And again, Eastridge is in the bonus, so they'll go to the line shooting the 1-1.
Jason just tried to reach around him that time. You've got to either be in front of him or let him catch the ball, but those are fouls every time, easy calls.
First free throw of the game for Franks. He has 7 in this ball game. And again, chance to go up by 10. Here comes Orioles down underneath the basket. That was Domers got under too far and should not have put that shot up.
Good. Yeah, absolutely. But again, that was his fault because he should have been in a little better position to catch the ball.
Charge called against Holmes. Good defense. We've seen Keller a couple times take the charge.
And a nice call by the referee.
Well, Whitlock takes the shot and hits.
Well, Whitlock got a nice open look after Park made about 7, 8 nice passes.
Well, call a charge there too.
You can see that coming. Put his shoulder down, dipped right into them. Franks was determined to go to the basket on that one.
See if Chose puts up a 3. That time they got it inside.
They did. They haven't got an inside basket for a long time, but I think they got a little spirit right now.
Well, we have to see Gillespie come back in this game with, he's got 4 fouls. Just off of the Orioles there. They worked it back down to 6. It was at 10. Orioles need to come up with a big defensive stop here to get back into this ballgame. 3:32 remaining.
Park is going to zone the inbounds pass. They do. Stay in the zone.
The Raptors can be patient here.
Virgin is saying just get the ball outside, take your time. And try to isolate Holmes if they can.
Again, the Raptors don't have to be in a hurry here.
They were in no hurry. this has been a pretty nice ball game. Both teams have been playing really hard. Granted, there's been some, I'm sure a lot of times they wish they could take the ball back because of a bad pass or something, but both teams are playing with everything they have.
That time Keller needed to come down with that rebound, but it was Remke that got it. And now Tomes will go to the line. Not the guy you want at the free throw line.
Not at all.
Tomes the leading scorer in this game with 25 points.
Well, these Views kept their two big guys, Junker and Gillespie, out for the last 3-4 minutes. His hand got hit that time on the shot. Tough shot from the corner.
So the Raptors.
Well, they should be in no hurry right now.
Both teams will be shooting 2 if they go to the free throw line. Off the hands of Domris. That time they could have gone either way. They had Whitlock wide open for a shot too. Yeah, I think at some point you have to start putting a little pressure on the ball, Phil.
Well, I think, yeah, I was thinking maybe they might have done that back with about a couple of minutes ago, but pretty hard, you know, to come off after a timeout like this and put the press on because the other team now can recognize it. You have to use it as an element of surprise.
In the second quarter, or first half, we saw the 10-point run unanswered by Eastridge. It has. Otherwise, both teams have played evenly. It's been a good ball game. I think St. Louis Park has done a good job, you know, playing against 6'9" players.
Well, you know, and they're going to probably go against us size-wise the whole year. Park is not that big, and as a result, they're going to have to learn to play against big teams. We'll see a lot more of them.
Oh, sorry. How's that, better? Okay, we got Phil back, Mike.
There we go. The bleeding is over right now. Okay, yeah. Okay, now we see the press. But Eastridge was anticipating that coming out of the timeout, too.
Combs, guarded by Whitlock. Down under 2 minutes. 61-53, penetrating in, and the finger roll is good by Mazguy. 7 in the game for Mazguy. High shot by Chose. A little too much on that one, and it's a 10-point game. Eastridge basketball.
Well, that's what Park has to do to get back in the game is attempt those 3-pointers right now anyway.
Right, and if you do foul here, Phil, you're giving up 2 shots instead of the 1 and 1, so makes it pretty tough to get back in a ball game. Again, if you're Probably want to wait until the ball's not in Tome's hand if you are going to foul here.
Yeah, we've seen that time and time again tonight.
6 for 6 from the free throw line in this game.
Tome is a nice, beautiful shot.
Great ball player.
Well, we don't see East Ridge, so we really, don't know a lot about their program or their players. But you have to be impressed with their size, their build. They're well coached for sure, and good shooters.
.53. Didn't take long.
No. Well, Wesley Johnson did make the pass, and they did complete it, except that, he did a lot of position, actually.
Look out on Bobby Franks, his 5th foul. Ryan will go to the free throw line. Dahmers. Also missed some free throws in this game too. So a pair of missed free throws. And now we're going to come down to the other end. So Jason Keller picks up his 5th foul. He'll leave the game after scoring 5 points. And Lynch will come in for the Orioles. Lynch with the rebound. Under a minute to go. Left-hander didn't go. And Dahmers will go back to the free throw line where he's just missed 2 free throws in a row.
Well, Kyle did a nice job on that rebound. It's too bad he didn't, wasn't able to get back up and get the points. Well, there again, Bruce, Park played hard tonight. Both teams did, of course. But I think that as the season goes, Park is going to improve. We got a young team, and they're just going to get better.
There he gets a couple free throws.
Well, we'll see what that press can do. Oop.
Almost got it that time.
Yep.
Down to 44 seconds.
Well, Eastridge doing the right thing now. They just want to take care of the ball.
And who do you foul?
Yeah.
Tomes. 29 points in the game for Tomes. Dahmers fouls out. Howard comes back into the game.
How many threes did Tomes have tonight? Was it 5 or 6?
5.
Yeah, he's got a sweet shot.
Eight for 8 from the free throw line. He's hit 30 points now in the game. So timeout on the floor. Again, Tomes with 31 points, leads the Raptors. Franks has 8. Remke has 8 points. Mazguy with 7.
Well, Eastview has they got a nice team too. They've got all the positions filled pretty well. You know, the size of the post, good outside shooting, good ball handlers, pretty quick. So we'll watch them as the season unfolds, but I think they're going to have a good season.
Gillespie only had 3 points in the game, but got into a little bit of foul trouble. Nicholas Schoss has 15 for St. Louis Park. And that's Schoss. Tomes, rare miss for Tomes. Down to 10 seconds. Royals have one last chance.
Wow.
Put up and in by Whitlock.
That was really an athletic play by Whitlock. Fortunately, he didn't get hurt, but he really took that to the basket.
So here the Orioles take a timeout with 4 seconds to go, trailing by 10. Maybe just teach your players how to set up the press, but
did he get fouled on that?
I don't think they called it, no.
Okay. Looked like he may have.
That puts Whitlock at about 15 points as well.
My gosh, they did get the ball back.
And they get a closing basket.
That was pretty unusual right there, pressing right at the last 4 seconds to go, steal the ball and score.
Well, you said maybe a little bit earlier.
That's right. Well, 8 points.
So they got it into single digits, and that's our final score, 67-59.
Well, the second half was actually pretty even. There was a 7-point differential at the half. And Park 8 points right now. So you got to give both teams credit. Both played hard.
And I think, in talking to Coach Breitenbucher, he the last game was a 40-point win, and he knew Eastridge would be a tough team, but a good challenging team to help sort of set the tone for the season. And there's things that St. Louis Park can work on now, but I thought they moved the ball fairly well in the game. They got into a little bit of a stretch where they were, as you mentioned, they're going in a little bit too far, too deep, and turning the ball over.
And that's true, but like all teams too, they went into a drought, a scoring drought. They went several minutes without scoring. I think they were stuck on 14 for quite a while. But they're going to learn from a game like this, and like we mentioned, they're going to be playing teams that are going to be as good, if not better. So just a good learning experience.
Well, Phil, I think we have another one back here in a week, so we'll have you rest up a little bit.
Okay, well, the Wounded Warriors here, but I think we'll be ready to go.
So again, we want to thank everyone for joining us for tonight's game. Final score, the Eastridge Raptors 67, St. Louis Park Orioles 59. So long.